Hello and welcome to Charter Local Edition Northwest. I'm Dana Cowley and my guest today is Rick Miller. He's the Franklin County Commissioner. Rick, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you being here, and today the subject you'd like to discuss is Juniper Dunes.
Yes, it is. In Franklin County, Juniper Dunes is one of the most visited recreation areas in the state. It is owned by BLM, Bureau of Land Management, and there's many acres where there is a lot of visitors for hiking, photography, nature. There is Boy Scouts attend, campers, and so it is a very vastly used recreational area.
About how many people do you estimate use it every year?
About right now, about 1,000 use it every year. It comes right now. We have got studies that show 28 per day. That's an average. At peak time, there's about 95 per day.
And so as that's growing, as our population continues to grow, you'd like to allow people some better access to this.
Exactly. Studies have showed from Bureau of Land Management that in 20 years that there will be 98 people a day, up to about 20,000 a year. Ah. So it adds up quite a bit, and so we have to prepare for that. And right now the problem is there's no access to Juniper Dunes.
It's kind of an adventure all itself, just getting there, isn't it?
Yes, that's right, exactly.
So you'd like to change that. What do you have in mind? How would you like it to improve?
Well, in 1984, the Bureau of Land Management, they had the ground and they set it aside for Juniper Dunes wilderness, for public lands. And of that, 19,800 acres is the amount, and 7,000 acres is set aside, fenced in for critical area. In other words, nobody can trespass in there, nobody can ride on there. There's no vehicles that are allowed. There is 4,000 acres that is used for people to hike, to take their motorcycles on, you know, the ORVs, the vehicles off-roads that are able to go out there and do their riding.
You're right.
Yes.
So when do you hope to have the roads and the access improved?
Well, at this point, the problem we have is for getting the financing. For years we have been working on this. Since 1984, when this was designated as a wilderness area, they knew there was no access. 6 years ago, when it was 2006 when I became a commissioner, in 2007, they had started working on this. And at that time, we were trying to find a road because private property was the only way to get through there.
Yes.
And some of the farmers that are out there would have people go on this gravel road. It's not a county road, no standards, and they would actually, if it got muddy or so, they'd drive out into people's property and they'd tear down fences just to get out there.
Yes.
And because of that, that was the concern we have with the private owners. They were blocking this. They would block it and wouldn't let people come out, and then they would, and it was just quite a mess to get to that area. On top of that, there is 40 people that live out in that area, and they would use that road to get in. So it was a private road, and we are trying to purchase that road and build it to county standards.
Oh, that would be nice. And so what steps are being taken to accomplish that?
There's another $1 million we're trying to get from the federal government, and that $1 million is from the Federal Land Access Fund. And that money there would actually allow us to build a road, because the idea is to pave the first mile. Yes. Purchase the road, purchase the right-of-way, and that's the other problem is right-of-ways. But we're purchase the road for 1 mile, pave it, and then we have another, this is a 4.2 mile road, we have another 3.2 that will be gravel. And up to 2 miles of that goes into, reaches BLM property.
Rick, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me here.
We really appreciate it. Rick Miller, he is the Franklin County Commissioner. I'm Dana Cowley, and you're watching Charter Local Edition Northwest.